friend just returned from Japan 2 days ago. Everything great there, no panic, no one drives. Price of oil doesn't matter to Japanese average person. Your thoughts? Why does the Bank of Japan unwind versus slow no shock? It's really about the narrative and the yen versus the dollar. So energy prices going up there in Japan for oil lower the value of the yen versus the USD. The dollar just stays stronger. Once we're at the upper bound of that, around 160, which is where we're at, the Bank of Japan has intervened in the past every single time we've reached those levels. That would, play into the fact that they're probably going to do the same here. So I would expect that they do, irrespective of the average person there in Japan. But I will say this. Oil matters. And the reason it matters is the transportations of goods and food. You need oil or energy to move a train, unless it's coal. And they have magnetic trains there, so that's probably not a good example. There's still trucks that drive around there in Japan, and you have ships moving goods from other places to Japan that also use oil in order to power their engines. So the cost of transporting the goods themselves with higher energy costs goes up, and that translates to higher costs for the consumer, whether they drive a vehicle or not. So that's what the Bank of Japan's looking at. The CPI did come out there in Japan today, and their expected was 1.8. They came in at 1.7. I don't believe that. I think it's malarkey. I call the CPI the CP lie, because they don't factor in a bunch of things like they did back in the 70s. They've continued to remove stuff to their benefit to be able to keep it, in a reasonable range, even though inflation's always much higher. Actual inflation's higher than 2%.